Now, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time now, you might know that I often refer back to 2014 as being the best year of LEGO Star Wars. And you might be thinking, oh, I just think that because we got a lot of Episode 3 sets and a lot of Phase 2 Clone Troopers that year. And that's definitely part of it, but it's not the only reason. See, unlike many other years of LEGO Star Wars, 2014 was actually only split up into two main waves. We got the first massive wave on January 1st, and then one UCS set in May, and then the second massive wave on June 1st, and then one straggler set on August 1st. So yes, there were sets in between, but mainly the bulk of the year was split up into just two waves, which in my opinion is actually one of the only downsides from this year, but I'll get to that in a minute. The first main wave in January, we got 22 sets. Yes, 22 sets in one wave. Now, 3 of those sets were polybags, but still, if you exclude those polybags, that's still 19 main sets in one wave. Although, like I just said, I don't think getting this many sets in one wave is the greatest idea. But anyways, this opening January wave was quote-unquote the prequel half of the year, and it's where we got all the most notable and our favorite sets from 2014, like the Kashyyyk and Utapau Troopers Battle Pack, the Droid Gunship and AT-AP, and the AV-7 Cannon and Coruscant Police Gunship. And those are just the most notable ones. We also got 6 microfighters, with one of them being that infamous clone turbo tank, as well as an Imperial Battle Pack, the Battle on Saleucami, Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, General Grievous's Wheel Bike, a Vulture Droid, a V-Wing, and a Droid Tri-Fighter. So as you can tell, this wave, for the most part, was absolutely slammed with prequel sets. And the best part was, it wasn't strictly just from the Clone Wars or strictly just from Episode 3, it was from both. The only movie missing is Attack of the Clones, but this was just after we got a huge wave of Geonosis sets the year before in 2013. After that 2014 January wave, we got no sets for 3 months until the May 4th UCS set came out, which was the UCS Sandcrawler, which is one of the most beautiful UCS models that LEGO has ever made. And after the massive prequel wave that we got in January, this UCS Sandcrawler really set the tone for what the second half of the year was going to look like. June came around and we only got 8 sets, but they were definitely hard hitters. The most notable ones being a new AT-AT Walker, the second and so far the last Playscale Imperial Star Destroyer that we have ever gotten, a Playscale Mos Eisley Cantina, the last B-Wing that LEGO has made, and a new Snowspeeder to pair with the AT-AT. Now at this point, you might be able to start guessing where I'm going with this video, and if you're thinking about how there was perfect balance in 2014, well, that's why I think it was the best year. Nowadays, from 2023 and this year 2024, I see so many comments of people saying we're getting too many Clone Wars sets, we're not getting enough Imperial sets, we're not getting enough Rebel sets, etc, etc, and yes, I think that was true. 2015 to actually about 2021 was an era that was sort of droughted of Clone Wars sets and plagued by new sequel sets. We'd see 1 or 2 Clone Wars or Episode 3 sets sprinkled around here and there, but for the most part, we were bombarded with sequel sets. And then once 2021 came around and the sequel era had finally ended, everybody was really wanting more Clone Wars sets again. So in 2022 and 2023, they absolutely hammered us with Clone Wars sets and barely gave us any original trilogy sets. Especially in 2023, the only 2 Playscale original trilogy sets we got last year was the TIE Bomber and the Yavin 4. All of the other original trilogy sets were 18+. And this really was a shame to see because yes, after the drought of no Clone Wars sets that lasted for over 5 years, we really wanted Clone Wars sets, but LEGO just gave us too many at once, with barely any other sets from other eras to balance it out. And this, combined with all of the Clone Trooper controversies, caused people to get tired of them really fast, therefore leading to people saying that we need more Imperial sets, we need more Rebel sets, etc, etc. And last year, I saw people saying that, and I actually had a theory. I said that after 2023, I bet we're not going to get many more Clone Wars sets. And here we are. It's now March 2024. We got the 1 Clone Wars sets this year, which was the Clone Trooper vs. Droids Battle Pack, and the rest of the year, we're not getting any more Clone Wars sets. And it's really a shame that LEGO is bombarding us with Clone Wars sets one year and then completely taking them away the next year, when if you refer back to 2014, there was a completely perfect balance. Literally, fans of every era were eating perfectly. We got Clone Trooper sets based off of movies, we got Clone Trooper sets based off the Clone Wars, and they were all heavy hitter sets, like fan favorites to this day. But not just that, we got Rebel Starfighters, we got an AT-AT, we got a Playscale Star Destroyer, the last Playscale Star Destroyer that LEGO has made, all in this one year. It was basically as balanced as LEGO could have made it. Oh, and if you're thinking about the Phantom Menace, remember how I said there was one last set released in August? Yeah, it was an MTT. We literally got everything imaginable in 2014. Now fast forward to 2023 and 2024, 2024, LEGO absolutely hammered us with Clone Trooper sets, and original trilogy playsets were unfortunately very scarce, when really all they have to do to make LEGO Star Wars perfect again is just balance things out per year, not every other year, per year. Now again, I don't think it should all be released in just 2 main waves. Nowadays, LEGO releases about 4 waves per year, which I think is ideal. So for the first 2 waves, we could get all prequel sets, and for the second 2 waves, we could get all original trilogy sets or vice versa. And sets from new shows could be sprinkled in throughout as well. But honestly, I mean, who am I to judge LEGO's decisions and how they plan out their waves?